For decades, having a green business plan was, well, it was a nice to have, right? Something you'd pop in the annual report to look good. But what if I told you that in today's economy, that's all completely out the window? We're seeing a massive shift where your environmental performance isn't just about your reputation anymore. It's about your very survival. It's about whether you can even get access to capital.
It sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? I mean, could your green plan really be more valuable than your balance sheet? But just picture this. You walk into your bank and they tell you that your sustainability strategy could unlock better financing terms than a company with stronger financials but a weaker green game. And listen, this isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now. It's the new reality of global finance.
And we're not talking about a small niche trend here. Just look at the UAE. Banks there have committed an absolutely incredible 1.8 trillion dirhams, that's almost $500 billion to sustainable finance by 2030. This isn't just some promise, this is a huge redirection of capital that is completely rewriting the rules of the market.
So how is this actually working? Well, banks all over the world have basically rebuilt how they look at risk. They're not just flipping through your financial statements anymore. They've adopted something called a dual valuation framework. All that means is that your environmental performance is now sitting right there on the scale, being weighed directly alongside your ability to pay back a loan. A strong green plan now tells them you're a lower risk, more resilient business for the long haul.
To really get how dramatic this change is, we need to take a quick step back and look at the old way of doing things. Let's call it the Voluntary Standard Playbook.
For years and years, the gold standard for this stuff was ISO 14001. And look, it's a fantastic framework. It gives a business a clear path to manage and improve its environmental impact. It gives you structure, it gives you a process. But here's the kicker. At its heart, it was always a choice.
And yeah, businesses chose to do it for some really smart reasons. It helped them cut waste, which saved money, and it definitely built trust with customers. These are all great strategic moves. But look closely at the language here. It assists with compliance. It enhances performance. It was always a tool to get ahead of the pack, not a license you needed just to operate.
This quote from S&J Auditing and Consulting just nails it. ISO 14001 is not a legal requirement. It is a voluntary standard. That word right there, voluntary, that's everything. Because that choice, it's basically disappearing right before our eyes.
So if the choice is disappearing, what's replacing it? Well, globally, we're seeing two main paths emerge that are forcing everyone's hand, pushing sustainability from that nice-to-have column straight into the must-do one.
On one side, you've got the mandate model, and the UAE is the perfect example. You can think of this as the stick. It's a top-down, government-led approach with hard rules. Then, on the other side, you've got the market model, like what we see in Australia. This is the carrot. It's driven by competition and pressure from investors, where businesses go green to get a leg up on the competition.
And you can see the difference in scale right here. The UAE's commitment is a mind-blowing 40% of its GDP. I mean, that's a crystal-clear signal of an all-in centralized government push. Australia's is still a very big deal at 15%, but it shows a more organic kind of growth, where the market itself, investors and customers, is pulling companies forward. Both roads lead to change, for sure, but they create totally different environments for businesses.
Okay, let's zoom in on that mandate model for a second, because it really is the most powerful version of this new reality. In the UAE, all those nice voluntary ideas have been swept aside and replaced by the cold, hard force of law.
And this isn't some problem for 10 years down the road. We're talking about right now. Under the UAE's new climate law, large emitters have to be registered by mid-2025. That's just around the corner. Then, monitoring tech has to be in place by early 2026. And by May 30th, 2026, mandatory monitoring and reduction starts for everybody. This timeline is aggressive, it's non-negotiable, and it means businesses have to be acting yesterday.
And what if they don't? Well, the penalties are serious. This number, 4 million dirhams, that's over $1 million US, is the max penalty for being a repeat offender. This law has some very sharp teeth, and doing nothing is an incredibly expensive gamble to take.
But here's the really interesting part. The other side of the coin. The exact same technology you need to install to be compliant, things like smart sensors and energy management systems, also happens to be fantastic for your bottom line. A medium-sized commercial building could see a full return on its investment in just 12 to 18 months, just from the operational savings alone. So it turns out this forced investment is also a really, really smart one.
So whether you're facing down a government mandate or you're feeling the heat from market pressure, the way forward actually has some universal rules. It doesn't matter if you're in Dubai or Sydney.
The winning strategy looks pretty much the same. So what does this universal strategy look like? Well, it really boils down to 5 key things. First, you have to treat this as a core business strategy, not some side project for the marketing team. Second, get proactive. Don't wait for the law to make you do it, because the companies that move early are the ones that get the best deals. Third, document everything. Banks need proof, not just promises. Fourth, find financial partners who actually get this stuff. And finally, you have to weave these changes deep into your actual operations so they create real, measurable value.
And that really brings us to the final big question you have to ask yourself. The businesses that are going to win in this new era will be the ones that stop looking at sustainability as just another compliance cost to manage and start seeing it for what it actually is, one of the biggest competitive advantages of our lifetime. The choice, for now at least, is still yours to make.